Problem solving curriculum design. How we can design a curriculum where problem solving is the key to the teaching and learning process inside a classroom. This can be done for any grade level. It can be done for any level like primary or elementary school level. While we design problem solving curriculum, what is being done is that activities and projects, they are defined and they are identified for individual students as well as for the students to work in the form of a group. So these activities are defined either अकेला बच्चा करेगा या हम चाहते हैं कि एक बच्चों का ग्रुप मिलजुल के उस प्रॉब्लम को देखे, and purpose is to engage them to seek the solution of various problems. These problems can be mathematical problems, these can be problems from science, and these can be problems from languages. So any kind of problem which is related to the students and their content matter or the subject areas, they can be identified which is appropriate to their age and stage of development, and this curriculum can be designed easily. In this curriculum, what is being done is that the purpose is to provide a context where a problem is being given to the students to which they have to resolve or they have to seek the solution of that problem. Basically, the idea is to enable students to think critically and think jointly in some cases or individually, and to try to identify the problem which is to be solved. So it can be any statement, it can be any demonstration, it can be any video, it can be in any form which can be given to the students. The next thing is, in this context, the students, they have to come up with possible problems which they can identify out of all the problems which are being given to them. Once they have identified the problem, then they start looking into the options that how this problem can be solved and how the answers can be found together or individually inside a classroom or outside the classroom. Once they have identified the problems, they have come to certain options or certain ways to resolve the problem. Then they start making decisions that which way the answer to the problem can be found together. Once they have found the decision and they have identified that this is the way to solve this problem, once this decision making is done in the form of a group, the students, they start analyzing the issue and they start looking for the possible solutions, and they define that which way this problem can be resolved. Once they are having this kind of discussion, then they can come up to a way that how an action plan can be developed together with the kids in a group or individually or as a class as a whole. Then they can find out the problem and the answer, and they can find out how they can find the solution to the problem and what can be the action plan. While they are planning for the action, the activities or the responsibilities can be given to the group members accordingly as per their interest or sometimes in rotation. So once a problem is being given, the very important thing is that students should be able to identify the problem. They can come up with the possible solution to the problems, which way they can solve the problem. Then they are learning that how they can jointly identify an action plan, or they can select an action plan, and then they can follow up the plan and they can find the solution. Once they are doing all this, they are trying to find out the solution to the problem. They are learning how to work together in a group or as a whole inside a classroom or as a class. While they are doing all these activities, they are finding the problems and their solutions. They are learning how to think critically and how to come to a conclusion in the form of a group, and then learn how to work jointly or cooperatively in a class situation. Once they are doing all these activities and all these performance in the classroom, they are learning the strategies to find the solutions. More or less similar to problem solving is the integrated or thematic design, where one theme or a topic is being given to the students and all the curriculum is designed along those themes or ideas. Basically, what is being selected is the content and the skills which will be taught to the students through these topics and ideas, and they are from different subject areas. A very good example could be that you want students to learn about water or you want students to learn about Earth and situation on Earth. So it will be very easy to take water as a theme or Earth as a theme and try to involve students in learning of different subject areas, where they can learn the content of different subject areas and they can develop skills and attitudes as per the topic. Any integrated curriculum which is defined for any classroom, it is ensured that the lines between the subject areas, they are not those finely defined and there are overlaps. In science and in geography, you study about land and topography. While we study in geography is the same thing while we are studying in science. So there are not very clear lines. And all these subject areas, they have to support each other, and the information is being utilized for the purpose of teaching and learning and for the conceptual development of the student. And at the same time, students are learning how to solve the problems of their real life situations, and they can both learn, they can learn the skills, they can learn the content areas, and they can also learn about the world around them, that how these problems they can be solved together inside a classroom situation or outside a classroom situation, where any theme or idea is being given to the students in the form of a curriculum to be taught inside the classroom.